Alright, Japan. What a boring race that was, so it should be quite easy to recap. So if you watched qualifying, then that's all you needed because the top 6 didn't change. Max got a good start and held the lead, as we all expected. Then it was just a 90-minute snooze fest as literally nothing happened. The top 3 were split by 2 seconds, which on paper sounds great, but it ended up just being a tease as not one of them at any point even came close to an overtake. The only bit of action we got was in the pit lane, but we didn't even see it thanks to the TV director. We only caught the end of it with Lando touching grass. Now, this incident was caused by 2 things. Lando and his addiction to driving off track, which we've seen 3 times now, and also McLaren fumbling the strategy. So let's set the scene for McLaren. You've had an entire stint on the same age tyres and neither driver got close to even challenging Max. So obviously you shouldn't pit your driver at the same time as Max and have yet another stint with the same age tyres, right? Well, that's what they did with Lando, but don't worry, because what about Piastri? Well, they decided to undercut him despite the hard tyres taking an eternity to warm up, thus nullifying any undercut effect.
I can't feel my fingers anymore, Lloyd. They're numb.
So the end result is the exact same stint occurs, no action, absolutely nothing until the flag where Verstappen takes his first win of the season. So 2 faster cars still couldn't beat Max Verstappen because of 2 piss poor strategy calls. I mean, we saw Kimi Antonelli extend his mediums very far with good pace and catch back up to his teammate. If McLaren want to win the Drivers' Championship, they have to be bold and audacious and not cower away from the challenge of Max.
Ready.
But anyway, that was it for the race. I mean, it was so boring, the qualifying highlights had more views than the race highlights. Now to talk about Ferrari. The panic for fans is settling in, as they haven't even got a podium yet. See, Australia was a clusterfuck of a race, so we could write that off. In China, Leclerc had a damaged car, and Lewis's potential in the sprint faded away in the race. And in Japan, they were absolutely nowhere near McLaren and Red Bull. So I fear the prancing horse is quickly becoming irrelevant in this championship fight. So with all that out the way, now we're going to talk about the hot topic going into this weekend, which was following Liam Lawson's abysmal 2-race stint for Red Bull, leading them to put us all out of our misery, booting Lawson out and finally putting Yuki in that car. But not to worry, Lawson fans, because unlike Nick de Vries and Lap 53, who went to uni to do Taylor Swift studies, I don't know, Lawson's actually been promoted to Racing Bulls. So how's this all gone? Well, it's kind of hard to say at this stage. Yuki definitely did a much better job than Lawson, but he was still out of the points. But he said he was just learning and improving with each lap he did, which is what you'd expect given he's had no prior testing in the car before. But still, that second Red Bull is proving to be a nuisance. It's just crazy to me that out of the 1,000 employees working at the team, Red Bull's success basically rests entirely on Verstappen's shoulders. Like, it's just...
It boggles the mind. It's best not to think about it.
So to summarise, Max won in a slower car, Lando saved it until the last lap to bottle it, I'm running out of excuses for Ferrari, and we've had 2 bore-fest races to balance out the absolute fuckfest that was Australia. Now we are heading to Bahrain this weekend, the first race of the season where we will hopefully get some battling because Bahrain is a good track for that sort of stuff. But that's all for me. I hope you enjoyed this first episode of whatever the hell this is, and I'll see you later.